Going on, beautiful souls? Here for another reaction. Got Kendra G reaction today. All right, let's get into it. This one pulled a couple heartstrings because of the age. Let's get into it.
You ready? I can't hear you, baby.
I'm ready.
Have you been here before?
I haven't.
You haven't? Is your name Alexis?
Yes.
Where you calling me from, boo?
I'm calling from Florida.
Florida. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. And what do you do for a living?
I work for a call center, customer service.
Call center. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have two.
2 kids. How old are your 2 kids?
14 and 4.
And 4. Both by the same man?
14 and 4.
No.
Why are you not with the 4-year-old dad?
After I got pregnant, he went through a hard time and he just showed me some characteristics that made me questionable about everything. Basically, he just didn't put me in his thought process.
If I'm thinking how everybody else is thinking, this is a 12, 13-year-old girl that had a baby. What thought process was he supposed to have? That was wild for her to even ask that question. She didn't even process that fast enough. She just asked the question. I really feel like that. I don't think she really processed what that young lady was saying. Baby, I'm reacting to a video.
He didn't put you in his thought process.
Right.
So that was not good for you.
I gotta say, I will be showing this video to my daughter because the comments of the video of the creator that I watched, the comment section, maybe we might go to it and check out some comments. But it get wild out here. Your body is a temple. Protect yourself at all costs. Because the world is ruthless and they don't care about your excuses.
Alexis, call center, Florida, 27, Virgo, mom of 2 kids, by 2 men, never married, correct?
Correct.
All right. What kind of man you looking for now, honey?
I'm looking for a man that is authentic, a man with manners, respectful, a man who has integrity, character, respectful.
What are your deal breakers?
A man who is arrogant with their knowledge, a man who will make you feel, I don't want to say dumb, but basically dumb. I don't like that. And I don't like an impatient man, a man who's rushing to do everything, rushing to connect.
You look a certain way.
I wouldn't say he needs to look a certain way, but I do like Black men, African American men.
Say again?
I said no African man.
No African man. No African man. Should he make a certain amount of money?
I actually thought about this question a lot because I watch your show, but I dealt with men who I necessarily put finances on the back burner for because they had some of those characteristics where they had character, respectful and things like that. So I don't necessarily have a number for that because I am able to, I don't think compromise is the right word. I am able to be with a man who necessarily doesn't have like everything set in stone versus a man who is stable.
The man is stable. Fair enough. Ooh, child, I forgot my next question.
I think she said she worked at a call center. I'm just saying, this is the point that I want to hit home. She was using her sexual energy so early. Your sexual energy is also your creative energy. So follow me where I'm going. Follow me where I'm going. She was using, before she even got a chance to understand who she was and how she could move and what she had potential to do, she was already using her creative energy and giving it away to another young man or young men. I'm not judging her. I'm just trying to prove a point. I'm just trying to tell my daughter, like, if you listen to her, she hasn't even found herself yet. She hasn't even found her little groove yet. And then she had one child, then she got out of it for a little bit, but to have another child, she said 13. Am I tripping? 13. Wait, 14 and 4. She there's no telling how much time she actually spent for herself, is what I'm saying.
Oh, time for the Kendra Cam. Money ultimately doesn't matter to you.
It doesn't necessarily, I want to say it doesn't matter because we do live in like a money driven society because it is important to be able to live comfortably and to be able to sustain. But I wouldn't say it is the main priority. It's not number one, but it is still important.
He was excited to stand up.
All right. We see you. Look, you're in good shape.
Thank you.
All right. When was your last relationship?
November of 2023.
November of 2023. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
November of 2023.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I would say that I have a wall up. I'm not very vulnerable to men. Just because men I feel like they need to show me they need to make me feel comfortable enough to make me feel vulnerable. So at first, it would make it seem like I'm not interested or nonchalant or just don't want to be with you, but it's not that. It's just I have a hard time being vulnerable. And I expect a man to, I guess, chase me, which is kind of weird to say. I expect a man to chase me, and
all I'm saying is, young lady, you have a 14-year-old. That's not the bone a lot of men are going to want to, take a bite at, if I'm being honest. Like, because just the parental like time and dedication that's needed to make sure that child is good. Like, that child may not allow you the opportunity to date in a healthy way, if I'm being completely honest. That's why there's a lot of souls that keep their partner away from their kids until their kids are old enough, or they introduce them so young that, by the grace of God, that they're still together. So then it's like, oh, this person has been around. Oh, but I remember them from when I was a kid. Like, you know what I mean? So, ooh. And she probably want more kids. I want to see from my perspective, I want to see how her parenting is. A lot of this stuff don't mean nothing. I want to see, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. When you learn somebody, then you sit around them, and then you get around them and their kids, and you really see who they are. It's like, it's a different story after that, is what I'm saying. So I would love to see that aspect, before, that's what I'm saying. Because if I'm being honest, the information that's already given is kind of negative points on the board, if I could say it like that.
What I'll probably say is that I am I can't think of a third one. I would say I can't think of a third one right now. Oh my God. No, I have more, definitely, but being on the internet right now, it's just freaking me out. I can't think of anything.
Anxiety, bro.
Look, I'll tell the man the third flaw when he messaged me.
Tell the third flaw. I got a question for you. Let's read this one. Dark Bubble said, if she doesn't want to answer, I understand. But how has having a child so young affected her as an adult? Did she miss out on being a teenager developing into an adult? So you have a 14-year-old. So I guess you had your child at what, 13?
She's
okay. So I guess the question is, how did that affect you as in becoming an adult?
I honestly, I don't recommend this, but me personally, it made me a better woman. I was able to sit back and.
I don't even want to hear the reasoning. I just want you to understand. To my daughters, no, that's not an acceptable statement. To being a parent at 13, no.
Actually think about what happened in my childhood to cause this to happen. I understand like my parents' part into it, like they wasn't necessarily as focused on me, which is, I'm not trying to diss my parents at all, but they was going through their own things at the time. So sometimes you get pushed to the back burner, which is
the sad thing is, I get what she's trying to say. But this is why they say when you have kids, you have to make sure that you're prepared for the kids. Not say, oh, we're having a baby. Oh, even though we're not prepared, we're going to have this baby. That's why they say men have indeed discipline. We got to have discipline. We got to get that structure back in order. Of course, it's not just men's fault, right? But I'm saying I'm putting a lot of blame on the boy, just like I am on this young lady. That's what I'm saying. You could blame the parents. Yes, it starts off at the top and then it trickles its way down. But understand, there's a lot of kids that I knew that was very soulful at a very young age. You just making your mistake, that was your mistake. There's other kids that don't make that mistake because they know better. They know that's not a good idea. I'm going to let her continue to cook. Hopefully she did learn from it. Like I said, I would like to see the parenting on that side because all of this means nothing. Did you develop into a better person and then become a very involved parent to where your child is very knowledgeable on things that they should know by now? Or do you keep your child away from everything and now your child still want to go out there and learn life and do life and might get involved in into some negative things because she doesn't understand who she is either, or her, or him. I think it's a daughter.
I wouldn't say it like that, but you get pushed to the back burner because they're trying to focus on themselves. But me, I just think it helped me to understand what necessarily was causing me to be the way I was, what made me, fall into peer pressure and just want to follow the crowd and things like that. That caused me to just want to do a whole 180 and just be my own individual.
This one's
You can learn that from your parents. You can learn that from your friends. You can learn that from your peers. You can learn that from people in your family or loved ones. You don't have to learn that by having a child. That's all I'm saying. That's the extreme.
compliment to you. LII says she looks good for 2 children.
Thank you.
All right, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I would say because I do take pride in my own individuality. I am authentic, my own self. I have my own way of thinking. I'm not too corrupted by social media. And I just, at the end of the day, I just want to feel protected and loved and secure. And any man that provides that, I will 100% give that back.
I don't want to spend too much time on this, but this was a question that I think is worthy if you want to answer or not. When you got pregnant at 13, was it by a man that was your age or older?
I was in school as well.
You guys are both young. Clear. Thank you for clarifying. All right, let's do it, Alexis. They say you look good, girl. Alexis, Florida, 27.
I would love to hear his point of view. Just to hear where they at now. You know what I'm saying? I know hopefully he's in the child's life, but my goodness, I would like to know where he's at. That's what I said. That would say a lot about the situation. Because I say that to say I know a couple, they got pregnant in middle school. The last time I saw them, they ended up having like 3 or 4 kids together. You know what I mean? Still thugging it out, still going strong. That's why I bring it up, because a lot of people can grow and they can grow together, and because they're both growing and bettering themselves and doing better for their child or children, the situation is not, it sounds crazy, but then it turned into the high school sweetheart type of situation. As long as you end up doing it right and correcting your mistakes, it could all be a blessing. But there's a lot of individuals that's not how it ends up.
Virgo, do you want more kids?
I don't. I don't. I would prefer a man who already has kids, because I know if I do date a man who doesn't have kids, I will probably have to give him a kid, which I don't want to do.
So you prefer a man with kids?
Yes.
Prefer a man with kids. All right. Should he be in Florida?
Not necessarily.
And how can the guy reach out to you?
On my Facebook, which is Alexis Stone, and my Instagram is _Lex Lavish. So it's _LEX LAVISH.
All right, we have another question for you. Jasmine said, ask her why she wants a man to chase her.
Because I just feel like a man this is just my way of how I dealt with men. I feel like if a man has to spend too much time trying to show that he's worth it, he's going to give up, which I don't know if I would say that's causing my soulmate to leave, but I just feel like it's a way to show me that you really like me.
I know a lot of men are going to be in the comments. I'm really not understanding that thought process. Apparently, everybody's a catch. Apparently, everybody is a prize. Apparently, everybody has a lot to offer. But in reality, a lot of souls are boring. A lot of souls, they just don't be it, but they think they are. We got to let people feel how they feel and not jump down their throat about it. But it's a lot of simps. Could break it down like that. It's a lot of simps in the world. Who knows? I'm saying it might be a lot of lucky winners up in that inbox. Like I said, like everything. What's the statement? Everything that's shiny is in gold. Everything that's. I was telling my daughter about being cloaked in gold, being covered in gold, and I was just like, just because you're covered in gold, don't mean your insides is healthy. And it's just like you can coat a fruit in gold, but that gold coated or that gold covered fruit will rot on the inside. Don't say it's nice to look good and look shiny and look like a nice object, but then how's the interior running? Kendra G single live reaction. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. I'll leave a full video in the comments. Much love. We outro in this.